Jenny, and currently just finishing up my 20 weeks as a Mind Body Green holistic health coaching student. And I wanted to make a little review of the program for other people who might be thinking about taking the leap and doing it. I initially chose the Mind Body Green program because I really loved the holistic approach that they presented. I'm really interested in helping people not only with the food and movement aspects of health, but also just balance and stress management and anxiety. So, really interested in like how the nervous system comes into play. I just thought that this program would be such a great foundation for the direction that I want to go in, and it really has been. I feel like I got so much out of it. The other reason that I wanted to do it was because it was 20 weeks as opposed to a full year. I just knew that I wasn't going to be able to commit as much in the summer, and so I wanted to get it all done in the winter, and I accomplished that. It's very condensed. I would say if you're working full time, it's a push. You might miss out on some things. Um, I definitely, it was a struggle at times. I run my own business full time, doing creative work currently, and then I was also doing the training. It was a lot more work than I expected it to be, especially because I wanted to participate in the um, the optional opportunities. There were every week there are triads, and this is an opportunity to meet with other students and practice the skills that you're learning. And I would say I was there every single week that I could be there, unless I wasn't, unless I was on a photo shoot or something like that. So, um, that was actually my favorite part of the whole program. Like the the students that you're in class with are just as awesome and just as passionate and just as interesting as you are, and they have so much to offer and so much to share, and you learn so much from each other. So I would say, I was planning on 2 classes a week, and I ended up in 4 classes a week a lot because I wanted to just participate in everything that was offered. And I think the people that get the most out of the program do that. So plan on showing up whenever anything is offered because it's going to just help you learn the material more. Um, I was very surprised when I first started the program, because I always thought of a health coach as more of an advisor. And we learned about how much listening and motivating, the psychology of motivating people, um, as opposed to just telling people what to do. And I was so happy to learn about this because in my health journey, whenever people told me, you must do this to heal, I had a really hard time motivating myself. Um, I really got the most benefits and the most sustainable change in my life from the things that I came to on my own, the things that I was passionate about that my intuition led me to. So I was really surprised when I first started the program at what coaching actually is, but also it made so much sense to me, and I could really harken back to my own journey and say, yeah, if someone would have just really listened to me and held me accountable and like just held space for me every week or every other week to you know, take these little baby steps toward health, I think that would have been so amazing. So I'm really excited to be that person for other people that might be going through some of the things that I went through. Um, the instructors are amazing. I had a couple big time favorites that I fangirled over because they were just so real. They were so real about how coaching is a journey of continued learning through your whole career. Like you never stop learning, you never stop trying to serve people better, to um ask better questions, help people get more motivated, help people really dig deep into what matters to them. And I just loved hearing their real life stories because all of them have worked with so many different people in so many different situations, and they're all so very, very, very skilled. Like the instructors are amazing, and they're all women. It is so cool to be led by a team of powerful, awesome, badass women. So I loved that. The program was mostly women, but men should not be intimidated by that. I think the men that were in the program got a lot out of it as well. Um, and it was just a very welcoming environment. There were moments of, you know, a lot of moments of deep intimacy where people really cracked open in this process and in this program, discovering things about themselves that were really profound. And we all started kind of coaching each other and coaching ourselves. And I know, I made so many changes that even if I wasn't going on to coach anyone, I would be a better person just for going through this program. I mean, my whole life I struggled with being a good listener and probably also just communication, like clear communication. And um, I think that's a skill that I worked on a lot was really like listening to someone, not trying to think of what I'm going to say next, but actually like being fully present with all my empathy for that person and letting them have 100% of the stage and be 100% in the driver's seat of the conversation. Um, and just really kind of guiding them to discover more about themselves, to be more curious about themselves. It's such a beautiful process, honestly. And I wish everyone had the opportunity to work with a coach, like a really good coach who's been well trained. And yeah, I think the Mind Body Green program is training really, really skilled coaches. So I would highly, highly recommend doing this program if you're thinking about it. I waited like 8 years to to take the leap, and I'm so glad I did. I had like fireworks going off in my body when I started this journey. It just felt like the right path and the right choice for me. Also, if you're interested, I have a discount code to share, and I'll put it in the caption for you, but you can save think it's $750 off of your enrollment with this code. And yeah, I'd say if you're thinking about it, just do it. You won't regret it. It's such an amazing learning experience. The content is so interesting. If you're interested in health and wellness, like there are no boring classes. It's just fantastic. My favorite sections were about stress and shadow work. There's a shadow work section that I loved. It's all about like working on yourself so you can serve others better. Um, Nonviolent communication, I'm a huge fan. We talk about that. I was like, yes, I can't believe we're talking about this. This is so cool. Um, yeah, and mostly I just feel like I have been called for so long to a profession helping people with their health, and I really just feel like I made the right move going with Mind Body Green. And oh my gosh, I mean, this is the biggest thing. They really 100% prepare you for the board exam. Um, Probably more so than a lot of other programs. They actually have a higher percentage of students that pass the boards than other programs. And they work really closely with the National Board of Health and Wellness coaches to make sure the content is like you get everything you need to know to pass the board exam. So, yeah, if you want to do it, just do it.